Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game made about 5 years ago, and you would be right in thinking that a game made this long ago would not meet today's standards in the gaming industry. However, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an absolute masterpiece of a game that, although made so long ago, still sets the standard for open world games. When Rockstar Games began development in 2010, it was impossible to predict the level of detail and immersion that would follow. And after its release, Red Dead Redemption 2 quickly became one of the most beloved games of all time. Specifically, the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 is what makes it stand out most amongst others. Set in 1899, the dying age of the Wild West and its outlaws, the game follows the story of Arthur Morgan, a member of the infamous Vandalin gang, as they struggle to survive in an ever-changing world. Red Dead Redemption's story is masterfully crafted, both gripping and emotional. It has well-developed characters, plot twists, dialogue, writing, loyalty, betrayal, and as the game's title implies, redemption, making it one of the greatest stories ever told, one of which very few games can match. In addition to the main story, Red Dead Redemption 2 has a plethora of side activities that add to the game's already impressive level of detail. There are over 200 unique animals to hunt, each with their own behavior and habitat. You can also collect various items and trinkets that have their own unique significance and backstory. The game even has a fully fledged photography system, allowing you to take photos of the stunning landscape and wildlife within the game. Another key reason that Red Dead Redemption 2 is so good and successful is due to its attention to detail. Every single character in the game world feels like it has a unique purpose and individual life. If you were to come across a cabin in the woods, you could enter it and find items like food, ammunition, or possibly a diary left by the previous owner. Reading it could reveal the location of a hidden treasure or Easter egg, making the game world feel alive. And this level of detail creates a living, breathing world that feels lived in, even beyond the boundaries of the game. Red Dead Redemption 2's gameplay is also the highest in quality. The environment is open world and feels western, and allows you to explore a vast, detailed world filled with side activities and missions. The open world has no shortage of things to do. You can go hunting, fishing, rob trains, and even play poker with other characters in the game. The combat is incredibly satisfying, featuring a wide variety of weapons and ways to take out your enemies. The game also highlights a unique morality system that affects how the story plays out later in the game, making every decision you make feel important and impactful. This level of detail in Red Dead Redemption 2 is unprecedented, from the way that the horse's hair blows back in the wind, to the way that characters interact with one another. Every aspect of the game feels realistic and authentic. The overall design of the game makes it feel rich and alive, as if the world is real and ever-changing. However, the level of detail in Red Dead Redemption 2 is not just limited to the game world, but it also extends to the characters and the unique interactions with one another. The game's dialogue system is incredibly complex, with characters having unique conversations based on time of day, location, and even the weather. To add on to these already impressive features, the game goes all out with its music to create a cinematic and astonishing feel. The music in Red Dead Redemption 2 is simply breathtaking, to put it lightly. The game's music was composed by Woody Jackson, who has also composed music for other Rockstar games such as Grand Theft Auto. The music is always perfectly capturing of the mood of the game, with sweeping orchestral pieces and haunting acoustic guitar melodies. The game also features a wide variety of ambient music, from classical western ballads to original compositions by various artists, all which help immerse the player in the world of the game. The music is seamlessly integrated into gameplay, changing to reflect the player's actions and events of the story. Whether you're riding through the open plains or engaged in a shootout, the music adds another layer of emotion and atmosphere to the experience. Additionally, the game's dynamic weather system adds yet another layer of immersion to the gameplay. Whether it's an extremely hot day in the desert or a bone-chilling snowstorm in the mountains, the weather affects not only the gameplay mechanics, but also the overall experience and atmosphere of the game. The attention to detail in the weather effects is astonishing. from the way that the snow accumulates on Arthur's clothing, to the way that sunlight filters through the trees on a misty morning. Looking back on this game from 5 years ago, you can see that Red Dead Redemption 2 really is beyond a masterpiece of a game, but rather a piece of art that stands the tests of time. Its attention to detail, immersive world, complex story, and endless replayability makes it a game that will be remembered for years to come. 5 years later, after its release, the game still holds up as one of the best open world games ever made, and a testament to the incredible talent at Rockstar Games. Thank you for watching.